The best way to make it easier to pay bills is to get really, really rich. But if you can't do that, at least you can make it more convenient by printing checks with Quicken and your computer printer, rather than writing them by hand. To get ready for printing, you first order checks from Intuit, the company that makes Quicken. Here are some examples of Quicken checks. They have different types and styles of checks to choose from. To write checks with Quicken, we just click on Write Checks. Then we enter information as if we were writing it on a check. Notice that this is set to write checks from our business account because it was the last bank account we used. We can change bank accounts with the account buttons near the bottom of the window. Since we're printing this check today, we leave today's date. We tab to Payee. Notice that there's no number field on this screen. The checks from Intuit are pre-numbered, just like the checks in your checkbook. When the check is printed, Quicken automatically fills in the number in the register. We type in the payee using Quick Fill. Then we enter the amount. It displays as a number and as text. We're using a window envelope for this check, so we'll enter the address. We can copy the payee name to the first address line with the quote key, the key with the quotation mark on it. Then we move to the next line and type in the rest of the address, pressing Enter or Tab at the ends of lines. We tab through the address area to the memo and type our memo. Then we tab to the category, which won't display on the check. We enter the category and we're done. We click on Record and we're ready to write another check. Or we could print now with the Print button. But let's close this window and look at the register. Here's the check. The number field displays Print, which is what it will say until we print it. And then Quicken will give it a number. Notice the To Do tab. It displays because we have set up something that's waiting for our action. When we click on the tab, we see the Reminders window. It shows any notes we've put in the financial calendar, which you'll see in another topic. And it shows other reminder notices. Checks to Print is highlighted. When we click on it, we get a check printing dialog box. It shows us what the starting check number will be. You can still write checks by hand when you are away from your computer, like when you're at the grocery store. You can use one check number series for your hand checks and one for your computer printed checks. Quicken can easily handle two different check series. This dialog box also offers us choices on what checks to print, what check style to use, and how many checks on the first page. We're set up for standard checks on a laser printer, 3 to a page. If we print less than 3, we can print them sideways, like envelopes. We select 1. We make sure the check is in the printer, then we click on OK. The check prints. Another message asks if the checks have printed correctly, and we click OK. Then we close the Reminders window. In the check register, the check now has the next number in the printed checks sequence. The check is printed and ready to mail. And instead of filling in the information twice, once on the check and once in the register, we only did it once. That's not only more convenient, it leads to fewer errors.